My name is Chuck Menzel. I'm a real estate agent with LIV SOTHEBYS International Realty in Ventura. Well, Ventura is kind of special. You know, you've got the ocean and you've got Ojai in the mountains. You've got the Ventura River, which is amazing for mountain biking. So you get both. And, you know, I found that if you look at most Ojai residents, they're very much ocean people. And then you've got Venturans that live in the city that are very much ocean oriented. We were lucky enough to live on the coast, and in doing so I got really embedded in coastal issues and trying to maintain the integrity of our culture here and the coast and access and all of those type of elements that come with living in Ventura. That seemed to have translated really well to helping people find the right home, what value there is in it, and where they would want to live.
Working with my dad is fun. I've always been attracted to his business sense and his drive in business and constantly wanting to be involved, have his hands in something and try and be creative at the same time.
I feed off her creativity. She's just the new age, new generation. We both kind of created the wet sand vibe, the ocean vibe, and yet I'm, 30 years ahead of her in that regard. So it was like multi-generational, and we do that in real estate. We both take on different roles. If it's her for a creative in staging and advertising materials, and it's me for a business sense and understanding where a house fits in terms of valuations, it's a really good synergy.
After growing up at Perea and getting to know a lot of the families, and a lot of the families that I grew up with were kind of the original OG farming families, ranching families, it was pretty inspirational hearing their stories and getting to know the community from a history standpoint. I think that was kind of a big platform of really falling in love with the community, even when it comes to how the houses were built, how the seawalls were built, and how everything's kind of changed over time and developed over time.
So I was involved for many, many years on one of the boards of one of the communities down here. And in doing so, I realized that the homeowners down here, they have a legacy of families that have lived down here. And to be frank, they were the stewards of the coast and continue to be, and they all want it to be kept the way it was when they moved here. And so I was involved in enhancements, public access enhancement, trying to find the right balance between the public and the homeowners and allowing people to enjoy this whole area. Because that's what we used to do. We lived in Ventura and we would come out to the beach and enjoy it. Ventura is one of the few last gems of California that you can experience still a real coastal lifestyle. I think Sotheby's is a game changer for us. It's a luxury brand and it resonates across the luxury market. And reality is all of Ventura is really into that $1 million range, and along the coast, multi-million-dollar range. And their reach in that international market, from exposure to Sotheby's international websites, reaching across international markets to bring buyers and match up buyers with sellers.
When I was growing up, everywhere I went, if I saw that iconic blue and white sign, that is going to be an awesome house. Everything they do is top notch. You would think that working with my dad, we get enough of each other with the work aspect, but it's actually pretty ironic because on a Friday when we're asking each other, what's the plan for the weekend, it really means like, what are we gonna do together this weekend? We always go to the beach together. I've got two little ones that are 4 and 6, and they adore my dad, and he can't really go without 2 days without seeing them. When it comes to family events, dinner on a Friday night, we're always doing something, even if we just worked all day together, and you would think we'd be totally sick of each other, but we're super close.